I needed to find a solution for my plants because I didn't have a whole lot of space and my cats were biting them, so I decided to put something on that window. We grabbed these planks from Lowe's. They are like the fence planks and measure them to the size of the window, cut them up the excess and drill some holes. We started with a smaller hole bit and then upgraded to a bigger one. We're also stacking them so it's easier to do this. And the reason why we started with the smaller one is because we didn't know if the wood was going to split. That way, this way it was easier and just more secure in case it would split. And I use wood stain for this project. I learned that you shouldn't leave it, like you shouldn't throw the rag in the trash. So be careful with that. Leave it in a well ventilated place as well because it's very strong. Here I'm measuring my plants to see how the distance between the planks. And this is what my cats did. But anyways, this is the cord that I'm using, the rope. I found this at Lowe's as well. And now I'm just gonna feed the rope through the holes, make a knot at every step before and after the plank. That way it is secure. This is a project that I didn't think we could do. I wasn't sure how it was gonna work out, but I love the result. I had a little bit of issue measuring here. The planks will like keep falling and I just had to use whatever I had in hand to keep them straight up so I can tie them up and try to keep them as leveled as possible. I'm using a sewing measuring tape because that's what I had on hand, and you use what you have. So here I'm making the knots, I'm readjusting if they're too big or too small and just trying to make it as even as possible because I don't want them to be slanted to the one side more than the other. And I will just feed through the other holes until I have all 3 layers secure with the rope. And so far I didn't know how much weight I could put. I'm not sure. I gotta see how much my plants weigh, but they are holding pretty good and they don't really move a whole lot, which is great. I was scared that they was just gonna move every single time we close the door or something and stuff was gonna fall off. I've been using it as well for propagation, which is great. And I'm using these they're like long metal hooks. I don't know what they're called. I found it at a local hardware store and I was using this long screwdriver to twist it because it was a little bit hard. We made sure that everything was located where the studs are. That way it was going to be more secure to the wall and it was not going to fall. So far, it seems like it's working out great. I ran the cord. I left a long enough rope so I can tie it and make a couple knots to make sure that it was not just become undone. And I did the same on the other side. I used a leveler just to make sure that everything was right. So far, it has been holding great. I added more plants. This was just for the plants that I already had, but I'm like, oh, look, this can go here. So I started getting more plants to put here. And it's just a fun little project that I love.